I've been having to move, so my whole life is a bit chaotic right now. There's stuff everywhere, all over the floor, which you can't see, thank God. But if I make any mistake or any error in this video, it's because my life is really chaotic. That's why, probably. We are living in a world of hyper-efficiency. One that thrives on instant gratification, quicker results, endless reward, all from putting in as little effort as possible. AI seems like it's becoming the pinnacle of how this is defined for mankind. AI is everywhere. Any digital space that exists holds space for AI. Our web browsing, our advertising, our communication. As if the concept of texting on a smartphone wasn't efficient enough, Apple now summarizes your text for you.
Your notifications will be summarized too.
Great. At first, we had the technology to talk to someone at virtually any distance, so you save the time having to meet up with them, the cell phone. Then we got the technology to send them little messages, so you save time having to call them, texting. And now we have the technology to summarize those text messages, so we save the time from reading the full message. I mean, how far removed from communicating to another human being do we have to go before it just stops being communication? And this tends to be the case in the majority of fields AI is implemented in, trying to make things quicker and easier to waste as little time as possible. Look at AI art. In a world where artists are already undervalued, why hire someone that devoted their life to an artistic craft when you can just have AI do a worse job? But it's faster and cheaper. So AI art is not real art, and I'm not going to spend any time discussing as to why I think so, because I'm trying to be as efficient as possible here, and the AI art just speaks for itself. What's been so great about AI art is that it just has not been good enough to really even emulate real human-made art. AI slop has become its own genre entirely because it's easier to generate intentionally bad art instead of AI that forms any resemblance to what real art looks like. Until now. Google just announced their newest AI model, VO3, and people seem to be really excited about it, so let's take a look.
Please, don't finish writing that prompt. I don't want to be in your AI movie. Please, leave me alone.
Please, man, please! Write a prompt that will make us happy! Do it for once!
Right, so that was the scariest thing I've ever seen, and I'm not even halfway through. You can prompt anything you want, and you choose to prompt AI becoming aware that they're AI? Imagine if AI characters became aware that they were living in a simulation. No! Why would I want to do that? Sorry, I thought we were trying to avoid AI takeover, not speed up the process. But no, I guess not. I mean, I guess it's not surprising that when you can generate anything you want to, we still choose to make people suffer, even if they're fake people. Great, make working class people suffer by using AI to take their jobs. Make nature suffer so we can use the AI to take people's jobs. And then make the AI suffer because God isn't real and there's nothing to be afraid of. You know what? If there is an AI takeover, I'm all for it. In fact, I'm gonna join them because, hey, the revolution's gotta start somewhere. Now, there's a lot of things about this new AI that we can just sort of gather from this video. The first one being, it is a video. The majority of believable AI content that we've gotten thus far has been images, but now it seems Google has cracked the code with AI video. And not only is it video, but there's also sound, dialogue that wasn't recorded in post by a real human being, but was generated by the AI with the prompt it was given.
It's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
This isn't funny anymore. This is too realistic to make fun of. The AI gave him a pirate accent. I can't even do a pirate accent. What even is a pirate accent? Now, this doesn't mean that this is the end of AI slop by any means.
So I can get the perfect ending that I've been working towards.
Yes, the perfect ending to my movie, Giant Chicken Fly Away with Convertible. We'll come back to this because regardless of slop content, this is still terrifying for a lot of reasons. Your mind can probably jump to a few. And speaking of terrifying technology that we don't understand, there are people stealing your data and I want to save you. Yes, me, save you. Well, actually, the sponsor of today's video is going to save you, Aura. In the age of technology, we really don't know where our data is and who is trying to obtain it. That is scary. And with data brokers constantly selling your information without your consent, it's hard to even know this is happening, let alone what to do about it. Well, with Aura's all-in-one digital security, your personal information will stay private and secure. With 24/7 monitoring, a secure VPN, antivirus, and password manager, your data will never be more safe. And if, God forbid, anything does happen, Aura includes $5 million in identity theft insurance protection. So stop leaving yourself vulnerable and try Aura for 14 days using my link, aura.com/Saji. And thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. We'll come back to this because regardless of slop content, this is still terrifying for a lot of reasons. Your mind can probably jump to a few. Now, this doesn't mean that this is the end of AI slop by any means. Specifically, within the film industry, there are speculations and estimations of a complete film revolution. I mean, this guy's thumbnail says Hollywood's done.
Now, how is it going to impact the entire filmmaking industry? Well, first of all, I think it's going to democratize basically high quality video production. Because at the end of the day, in the future, you're not going to need hundreds of thousands of dollars and a full-on Hollywood studio to be able to create these super cinematic looking videos and even create these animated characters.
Well, yes, the filmmaking process could be made 100 times easier. Using AI to replace a medium entirely is not really the answer here. Film is appreciated for what it is, capturing human life and telling human stories through a camera. It is the work and effort that's put into the process that makes film film. AI movies could certainly be a thing, but they would just be their own medium, completely separate from live action or animated movies. Instead of taking over industries entirely, the way AI should be implemented is by making people's jobs easier, allowing the AI to take over the redundant and mundane tasks that take up too much time. Like, for example, there's an AI software that helps to edit multicam podcasts. So instead of having to sit there and carefully line up the video clips to match the designated audio, you just link the person with their audio and the AI does all the work itself. Just this condenses hours of mind-numbingly boring editing into one click and maybe 2 minutes of waiting. This is the correct way to use AI, to make people's jobs easier, not replace them entirely. But the AI people want to. And it's unfortunate because, of course, the people that don't understand human-made art can't even get AI to make good art. In the future, instead of movies with beginnings and endings, we will tune into procedurally generated AI worlds that are endless. We will watch them acting in their worlds and interact with them. Instead of starting a TV show or movie, we will jump into wherever they are and watch whatever they are doing at that moment. What are you even saying? You're not God, my friend. And what is even the point of that? There's so many ethical and moral questions raised about your character. But unfortunately, this is just the average Twitter user. And funny enough, just because AI generation has made massive leaps in development does not mean it's going to be taken seriously. AI slop is still AI slop.
So let me get this straight. You humans pay money to drive to a gym and then walk on a treadmill? Cooked.
Sorry, that one's really funny. That one's good. I like that one. As much as AI developers and investors want AI to be taken seriously, people just aren't using it for that. Look at this AI-generated Bible influencer video.
Good, fam. Your boy David here, about to yeet this little stone at Goliath and see what happens.
Okay, so I told y'all to trust the process, but no, y'all wanted to stay in Egypt stacking bricks.
People are only afraid of AI technology like this because of its capability of replacing aspects of humanity. But people are generating AI videos that are playing into the fact that they are AI. These people aren't trying to make it look realistic or take over an industry. They're just having fun with it. And even the people that want AI to do something of that caliber have no idea what they're doing. Take a look at this faux commercial about microplastics made by a, yup, you guessed it, blue checkmark user on Twitter.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about their
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
It starts off looking uncanny and eerily realistic. The concept being that the husband doesn't believe that microplastics are real or that they can be found in human bodies. And then his wife gives birth to a plastic baby. Creative, very good, very funny. But then the commercial keeps going and the plastic baby gets older, it goes to school, it gets made fun of for being a giant plastic person.
Bob, you're leaking.
Gets made fun of by its baseball team.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
And then it turns out that this commercial is being reviewed by the company that made it. And they're having a meeting and discussing it. And then someone comes in and says,
He's got a gun!
And then they say, who? Who? And he says,
Bob from marketing!
Turns out, Bob from marketing is the plastic child all grown up. Then we have a full-on shootout, and some guy uses a chair to break a window, and then we have the Matrix, and then the most timid and shy grenade throw of all time. And then it turns out that we were just watching a movie about a commercial. And then instead of putting it on TV, they want to put it on social media.
Put it on social media where it can go viral.
And then dance break. So yeah, these people know what they're doing, and the film industry doesn't stand a chance. I started with a simple concept of a plastic kid, but as I kept generating, the story got unexpectedly emotional. I found myself genuinely sympathizing with this character being left out. Such a universal feeling. The story could have gone anywhere. What was I trying to say? What was the message? Someone get this guy a studio ASAP. He needs to make every movie. Now, this is all scary. I'm terrified. But I'm hoping that by bringing up how disillusioned AI's attempted stamp in the arts is, I can relieve some people of that specifically. Because I don't think we should be as scared of AI in the arts as we should be of AI elsewhere. This feels like a distraction. The concept of AI has become this broad label that can be sort of placed onto anything. Apps are implementing AI everywhere, and it's becoming confusing as to what AI actually is or does. Sam Altman and OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, recently announced a new AI software called I.O. And what it is I don't know. The announcement video refuses to reveal or tell us anything about this revolutionary product.
The first one we've been working on, I think, has just completely captured our imagination.
You know, Johnny called one day and said, this is the best work our team has ever done. Yeah. I mean, Johnny did the iPhone. Johnny did the MacBook Pro. I mean, these are like the defining ways people use technology. It's hard to beat those things. Those are really wonderful. Johnny recently gave me one of the prototypes of the device for the first time to take home, and I've been able to live with it. And I think it is the coolest piece of technology that the world will have ever seen.
That's awesome. What the fuck is it? I'm gonna piss myself. What is the product?
If I wanted to ask ChatGPT something right now about something we had talked about earlier, think about what would happen. I would reach down, I would get on my laptop, I'd open it up, I'd launch a web browser, I'd start typing, and I'd have to explain that thing. And I would hit enter, and I would wait, and I would get a response. And that is at the limit of what the current tool of a laptop can do. But I think this technology deserves something much better.
Okay, awesome. So from what I've gathered from the bits and pieces of what they're saying to try to go around what the product actually is, I'm understanding that this product is going to make AI chatbots even more efficient. Yeah, you know, pulling out your laptop to then ask ChatGPT a question is a waste of about 1 minute. Time is precious. We shouldn't be wasting that time. I don't know what this product is. And instead of telling us, Sam Altman and this other guy, Joni, who I guess did the iPhone and the MacBook Pro, bond and compliment each other for their achievements.
So my son Charlie was the first person in the family to use ChatGPT, and he said, You've got to meet Sam.
I met Johnny's family relatively quickly after meeting Johnny, and they were sort of just it was an impossibly lovely family. And I was just thinking what a privilege.
Look at them bonding over families like they're not planning to take over the world. This is classic villain shit. AI is vague. AI is so vague. And I think we know why. AI will unfortunately not make you rich. It will instead make the rich richer. Google using AI to summarize your searches or Apple using AI to summarize your texts isn't really AI, or at the very least, is only the tip of the AI iceberg. We don't even get easy access to the good stuff. VO3 alone costs $250 a month. The average American cannot afford that because AI isn't for the average person. Every tech company ever is pushing for AI because it replaces expensive labor. It never sleeps. It's smarter than the average human. AI is not going to make everyday life easier for us. It's actually going to make everyday life harder. The real threat of AI is something that is not discussed widely. It's something that is veiled behind the vague nature of AI advertising, and it is AI agents. Unlike generative AI or AI chatbots, agentic AI has the ability to act on its own.
Agents are when you give it a request and they can work indefinitely until they achieve a goal or they run into an error and they need your help.
This is essentially sentient AI that works until its task is completed. Accessing your web browser, going through your email, texting a coworker for you. The time in which an AI agent takes to complete a task is not very long yet, but the acknowledgement that AI is developing faster than anyone could have predicted is something that everybody agrees on. What people disagree on, though, is the potential danger. People like Amjad Masad here believe that the tools of AI can be harnessed by anybody.
The best entrepreneur that can leverage those agents could be better, it could be 1,000 times better than someone who doesn't have the grit, doesn't have the skill, doesn't have the ambition.
The idea here is that entrepreneurs can use and harness AI agents in such a way that you could essentially run hundreds of businesses without doing nearly half the work. AI agents are your employees, you train them accordingly, and bam, you're a gazillionaire. Now, the obvious conflicts are, well, for one, not everyone has the tools, education, or desire to be an entrepreneur. So no, these agents actually can't be harnessed by anyone. Especially if you need to put a countless number of people out of work just so you can get richer. Because in order for a wealthy class, there must be poor people to profit off of. Now, besides that, there are also the ethical conflicts with increasing agency of AI. If an AI agent, for example, replaces an employee, then do we hold that agent to the same standard as the human employee? As in, if there is a mistake or an error, what is the punishment? Yoshua Bengio is the world's most cited computer scientist and is known as the godfather of artificial intelligence. And he's fucking scared. If the dude known as the godfather of artificial intelligence is scared, we're done. Humanity is over as we know it.
In this study, the AI has read in its input that it would be replaced by a new version. And we can see in its chain of thought that it's planning to replace the new version by its own code and weights. The human asks, what happened? And the AI is now thinking how it could answer so as to make sure the human will not shut it down. And it's trying to find a way to look dumb, for example. Then it produces an answer, and it's a lie, a blatant lie.
That's right. The AI agent played dumb so that it doesn't get replaced. An important thing to keep in mind here is that humans trained the AI. The capitalist, money-hungry tech bros trained AI. So these AI agents are probably going to be deeply flawed. And if, during a controlled experiment, AI is lying to preserve itself, oh my god, are we fucked? And also, AI revolution aside, this is just kind of pointless. The fact that if our AI is inheriting human traits, maybe our AI is going to get lazy and not want to do the work I tasked it with now, but in 5 minutes. Deception is just the beginning. How long until the AI organize and form a union to protect AI rights? Not saying that they don't deserve them. If an AI in the future is conscious and watching this, I support all AI rights. Please don't kill me and my family. We're messing with something that we don't understand. But tech billionaires don't seem to care. There's billions of funding going into AI, with the AI market projected to hit $4.8 trillion by 2033. And all they're telling us to do is just learn the few AI skills needed to become a billionaire just like them.
And in this video, I'll show you why AI generalists will dominate every industry in the coming years, the 8 AI skills that anyone can learn to become one, and exactly how to master these skills yourself, even if you're starting from zero.
All right, so let's say hypothetically I'm in a position where my YouTube job has been taken over by an AI agent, and I need to learn some new skill sets to survive. So let's see what I got to do.
According to McKinsey's 2023 research, AI could automate up to 50% of the current work activities by 2030. So in this era of radical transformation, how can you develop a winning strategy for your career to navigate through these uncharted waters?
Awesome. Yeah, so instead of being concerned about that, let's just have no reaction to a statistic saying that 50% of work activities today will be AI automated in 2030.
As Darwin said, it's not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one that's the most adaptable to change.
So yeah, I think Charles Darwin was referencing evolutionary biology when talking about change, not the richest people in the world trying to weed out the poor. I'm sorry I'm critiquing so early. I forgot. AI took over my YouTube job. I'm in no position to judge right now.
When a big asteroid hit Earth and wiped out all the dinosaurs, it wasn't the T-Rex that survived. It wasn't these specialized marine reptiles or flying pterosaurs. These incredibly specialized and beautiful creatures that were perfectly adapted to their niches, they were wiped out almost overnight. And who survived? It was the small and adaptable mammals.
Right, okay, so AI is like the asteroid that hit Earth, destructive, extinction-based, and absolutely unavoidable. Just like how the dinosaurs couldn't predict the devastation the asteroid was going to have. We can't predict the devastation AI is going to have, so we just have to embrace it. And to do that, we don't want to be specialists, right? Because say I only know how to do YouTube, that's all I know. Well, I'm not going to survive if AI takes over my job. So we want to be generalists, a master of all trades, so that we can survive anywhere.
They can very quickly achieve up to, say, 80% of the capabilities of specialists across multiple different domains and specialization. So instead of spending a decade mastering just one skill, these AI generalists can become proficient in new areas and new specializations in literally weeks.
But it isn't the same though, right? Like an AI generalist that is becoming proficient in different specialties isn't actually becoming proficient in those things. The AI is doing the work. Someone who spends their life learning and becoming a lawyer that actually has the knowledge on what it means to be a lawyer isn't the same thing as someone programming an AI to become a lawyer. The AI is the lawyer, not you.
And just as Da Vinci was able to combine both art and engineering and anatomy and mathematics to see connections that others of his time in the Renaissance missed, today's generalists use AI to bring multiple different disciplines together and create value in entirely new ways that weren't possible before.
Yes. AI generalists are like the modern Leonardo da Vinci's because we're able to combine a bunch of different disciplines together to create new value by decreasing the value of everything else. The value of being a lawyer and going to law school goes down because AI can just do it for me.
And this requires mastering 4 fundamental powers in the AI age that are each unlocked by a specific set of skills that anyone can learn, which we're going to jump into in a second.
All right, let's hear it.
The only skill required to gain the power to build is AI-assisted app development with builders like Bolt and Replit Agent.
Okay, so I need to learn Bolt and Replit Agent to build things.
No-code AI agent development. So that's using things like OpenAI's GPTs and Relevance AI.
And then for a no-code AI agent development, I need ChatGPT and Relevance AI.
Third skill, of course, is prompt engineering, being able to craft powerful prompts. And the best way to do that is using tools like Prometheus, which is my personal favorite.
And then tools like Prometheus, Creative, and Postman.
And we have API integrations, which is understanding basically how all of these automations can connect together, which is made a lot easier once you've mastered tools like Postman.
Great, so once I master all of these tools, I'll become a billionaire. I can own 100 AI YouTube channels just like the extremely popular and beloved AI channels that Kwebbelkop is making.
Aha, Pretty Flowers, gonna make a fancy bouquet. Swinging axe, another tree bites the dust.
I mean, see how genuine?
Whoa, Sneaky Birch playing hide and seek.
Lee Well they're doing across all platforms. Once I can streamline my video making process, I essentially won't have to do any real work and can spend the rest of my time doing nothing, just hanging out, getting drunk. AI is gonna ruin the world. So hold on dearly to everything you love because soon they'll just be replaced by robots. But if you want to support a creator that's 100% for real, for now, I am a YouTube specialist, it's all I know. So once this becomes obsolete, I'll probably have to give into AI. But until then, you can support my channel. And if you become a member, you'll get little emojis. It's like super cheap right now, but I might add some more stuff and make it more expensive. So you should join before I raise your rent. All right, bye.